Very good afternoon. After a long wait, at least three students have joined. Good, fine. I think you don't know what is the timings of the lab. It's of 11:55. Already 15 minutes past, right? Fine. So the next, last, what we have done. I'm just sharing my screen. Wait a sec. So last time we have finished with our all JSP programs, right? And now the next task is of Hibernate. So what we will do in Hibernate, first open NetBeans and all, right? Because you have to do it with me, otherwise you won't be able to do any of the program, right? So first what you will do is, suppose here I'm creating a new project. Hope my screen is visible, right? So you already know Hibernate, why we are using it, right? This is what the framework which we can directly use, and we can map our database, right? You can directly retrieve the data, you can directly update and delete the data based on that, right? So it's a mapping. Main thing is here mapping, right, in Hibernate. So what we are doing here is, first we are creating one Java web application. Go to next, give the web application name, suppose HD demo. This is what I'm giving just for now, right? Then go to next. Here you don't have to do anything. Here now this is what the last part, right, where you need to select this Hibernate and Java server faces both, because both we are using here together. Okay, so for this Hibernate, what you need to do, you have the database connection, right? So what you need to do over here, this is what I have already mapped, right? That is why it is there by default. You need to choose this new database connection, because there won't be there anything. I mean, you just need to go to this, right? So you will be having so many options like Java DB and Oracle OCI, Oracle Theme, and this PostgreSQL, new driver, and so you have to select MySQL over here, right? And then you need to add here this MySQL connector if you wish, right? Otherwise, you just need to select this and go to next. Here automatically the host will be localhost, database, MySQL. What is the username and password for your PHP MyAdmin? That is root and blank for mine. Okay. Then you have to pass over here JDBC URL. So in this JDBC URL, you just need over here in the slash what I have created, student DB, right? If you remember, I was having a student DB as my database. So you directly need to go to the student DB. You just go to this next, and here it is compulsory that you need to start this. If it is not yet started your XAMPP, then it will show you here the error message, right? Then go to next, right? With this default schema, you can finish this, right? So here it will be automatically the student DB and all, right? And it is automatically, first it would be blank, but the next time you will have this org.hibernate.dialect.mysql dialect, right? And you are selecting this and simply finish this. Both you need to select and finish. So one of the database will be created over here. That mapping would be done, right? Not the database creation, but mapping would be done with your database. So I hope till this you have done. Say yes or no. Yes, till this have you done? See, if you are not performing, no, then just simply let me know. I'm having a code and I'll show you. Right? I don't have to work much for you. If you are doing this with me, then and only then I'll go with that speed. Otherwise, it is not required. So whatever you say, let me know. Doing okay. Right. So once you will create this project, no, right, HB demo, it will directly show you this design. Just go to the source. So in the source, you will find such kind of files. This is what XML file you have. Once you will go inside, no, the source package, default package, that is hibernate.cfg.xml. That file will be by default over there, right? Now the next task, what you need to do, we have created this web application, Hibernate framework, select new connection and all, right, that you have done. Now we need the session factory object. So for that you need to create, just go to this, do this right click, new, go directly to other. In that, here we have this web, HTML, Java server faces and so many things, right? Directly go to Hibernate. In Hibernate, you need to create this last file, hibernateUtil.java. So that once I'll create, I just give over here some name, right? Suppose in my example, what I have done is I have given here the name as Hibernate Util only, right? So just I have removed this, or you can keep it the same. I really don't know, right? And finish it. So it will directly create such kind of file, which will return the session factory object and all, which we will use further, right? It will simply return the session factory object. That's it. This is only the task of this file. So we are not touching anything into this. We are just creating, and that's it. Are you getting what we are doing is? Yes. So have you done with this? If you have finished, then let me know. So in Hibernate, what we need to do, we just need to study and implement Hibernate, study and implement Hibernate annotations, what it means and all, right? And use the Hibernate query language to insert, update, delete the records, right? So we are directly moving on this only, right? Because this two already been there. Once, one by one, we are creating each and everything, right? Fine. So this two files done. I'm just closing this because it's very similar to my original files. Fine. After that, the third step, that would be create Java file for getter setter methods, because I am having one of the database, student database, and into that I want to insert something, right? Some of the data, name, ID, such kind of things I'll directly insert into this. So if you will see this database, you need to create the database, right? As I have just mapped here my student DB, but which table, what kind of thing, that is still remain to do, right? So what you need to do, I am having the student DB. In the student DB, I have made one table, that is HB table, Hibernate table, HB table, right? And in that, if you'll see the structure, I'm having just two columns here, one named as ID and another one is name. This ID, I have made it auto increment. So each and every time I don't have to give, I can simply give the name and it will be automatically given to the respective IDs, right? One by one. So one of the row I have added over here, right? And now back to the code. Now what you need to do, now you need to create one Java file for this getter setter method. So what I'll do, I'll go to this, right click, and you have this new. In that you can create one Java class. Okay, so in this Java class you can give over here the student, because I want to have the student details, so I'll give the students.java file, right? Once you will finish what you need to do, I'm already having it. Once you have finished it, here you have this private integer ID, string name. These two things you have taken. Now I'm just providing one of the constructor which will set the name. Whatever I'll pass, whatever I'll give, right, that name will be given over here. This, I mean, it will simply set it, right? This dot name equals to name. And then this is just what your getter setter method. This you can directly do. I mean, if I'm deleting this, right, I've written this constructor, right? One class I have created, public class students. In that integer ID, string name, one of the constructor. After that, simply right click over here. You can insert the code, right? And insert the code, select getter setter method. Simply select this and the code will be there, right? You don't need to write. So these four functions will be there. Fine. Is this thing is clear? Feel this. Yes? Yes or no? I mean, see, this is what all this program you need to perform. Huh? But I'm showing you, but you guys even not saying yes or no. So this is really not expected. One is answering. What about the other? Should I remove them from the meet? Is it so? Do you want me to do that? So I can remove you, huh? No worries. Okay. Fine. Next is what you are doing here. So this is what you have done, right? After that, you have to create mapping wizard, right? Because you need to create the students.hbm.xml file, which will map your class students.java, right, with your database. So this is what you have already created, right? Students.java. Excuse me. So now what you will do, you will create new, go to other, again go to Hibernate, and you have this mapping wizard, right? So just go to there, next. So here the name is Hibernate dot this HBM. You can keep it as it is, or you wish to change. I have made it students.hbm, right? So you can change it. Now, when you'll go next, they are asking that for which class you want this mapping, right? So I have already created the students.java. So I'll write here students. That class I want to map with this. Okay. And you need to provide the student database table. So whatever you have mapped with student DB. So student DB is containing 4 tables, right? HB table, student, student1, and stu-info. So all these 4 tables will be shown to you. You want to map this with HB table, so you need to select it and simply finish it. Fine. So is it clear? So once you will do that, no, the students.hbm.xml file will be created. Over there, you will be having this class, right? That students name is equals to students, and this table name is this. You can even have this catalog equals to, can provide student DB over here that I missed. right? You can have this catalog, student DB. You can specify that which database you have and which table. This will be automatically there. Huh? This only you need to add catalog. Or schema you can add. In schema also you are providing the same thing. So this class was by default like this. I mean, what will be there by default? Should I show you? Okay, I'll create. Wait. But here I don't have the student class in this. That is why I was not showing you this. So what you will be having if you are creating with me, no, you will get to know. This would be there by default, and it was like this, like this. This is what you are having. So what you need to do, you need to remove this, and you will create this closing class tag, right? Okay, fine. And inside this, now you are specifying whatever I am specifying, right? Okay, so which two things we are having? So I'm having ID and name. ID is the auto increment, right? So I need to give that separately as an ID, right? All the others values, all other values will be there as property, but this you need to specify as an ID. So ID, what is the name? Name equals to ID. What kind of type it is? So it is integer kind of, right? So you need to specify type is equals to java.language.integer. Then you are specifying what is the column name, because in your database this ID name is what? So you can go to structure. What is the name? ID. So I'll give over here ID, or you can have this as this. Now you can understand what I mean to say. This name is ID, but from the column it is in small ID, right? In that way. But I'm generally keeping the same, so there won't be any kind of confusion later on. Okay. After this, we will finish this ID, right? And here inside this, you are creating this generator. Generator class equals to identity, because this is only the you can say one of the column via which it will be identified, and it is auto increment, right? So there won't be any kind of duplicate element, right? So that is known as identity. So you need to give over here class is equals to identity, and this is what generator, right? Now here you are specifying for another value, that is property. We are specifying for the property. So another is name. That column name is again name, and the type is what? String, right? So you are simply making it via the slash. You are simply making it over, right? So the property tag is over here. Generator, you don't need to, I mean, end. It would be fine if you want to do it. Okay, so in that way. Okay, then so till this you have finished. Do everything step by step, huh? Otherwise you won't get anything into this. If once it is done, then let me know. Is it done? Okay. I hope it is done, right? After that, you can check this file, hibernate.cfg dot this XML file. Previously, I mean, once when you have created, no, this mapping was not done. But now, once you have mapped it, you have created, no, that mapping wizard. After that, this code will automatically be there. You don't have to write it, right? This will be automatically there. Just check and let me know it is there or not. Is it done? You guys are not saying either yes or no. Then what I need to understand? I really don't know. Fine, if you are not responding, I'll continue, right? Then you need to create one another file. I mean, go to new and create another Java class file, right? So I am giving here the name data because whatever the data now I want to insert, that I'll write over here in this file. So simply write data and just make it finish. So now what we are doing here, you have to use this GSF also, right? So once you will have this, no, I'll create one file in Java class, right? Data insert something, right? Like this, right? So once you have this blank class, right, over here in the header, just write down @ manage bin. It is, yes, managed bin. Okay. So managed bin. Once you will write this, no, they will ask you, you have to import one package. So just to go and have one of the package, just click on this. So then here the package will be imported, right? Same way you need to write here scope session scope, sorry, right? So you need to write here session scope. So again here it will ask you to import one of the package. So add it, right? So you won't have any error. So this package you are inserting, right? In any of the place you can give over here the name of your data. That is allowed. Name equals to data. So in my case, we are not writing the name equals to. Anyways, okay. So just do this. After that, here, what you can do is see this. You can have this public class data, right? That implements serializable. I mean, if you won't do this, then also it will be fine. I mean, I'm finding the solution because one of the error is there. That is why. Fine. So the public class data, this is what you are having now. In that you are writing this private students because you have created the students class, right? So you are creating object of that over here, that private students S, right? Then you have this Hibernate class here, Hibernate. Yes. This Hibernate util.java, right? That class you are having, that what you have created just for session factory. So what you will do in that, you will create this class object h equals to null. Fine. And then you are creating one session object like private session, small session, right? So this is what the object and this is what the class. Now you will create one of the method because I want to insert the data into database. So what I'll do is public void add student. This is what I'm creating one of the method. In that I'm doing this s equals to new students and I'll pass this. So this data should be inserted. So this will go to where? This it will find constructor. When it will go to find this in students.java, you have already mentioned the constructor, right? Students string name, this dot name equals to name, right? So it will find that constructor over there. Okay. Then you are creating one object session. Session is equals to h dot get session factory dot open session because you want to open the session, you want to do some of the transaction, like you want to save the data, right? That is what insert the data. So for that you have to call this begin transaction method, right? Session dot begin transaction. So once your transaction has been start, you want to save this data over here. So you are simply writing the object name, that session dot save, and you are writing this s, this one over here. Then until and unless you want use this commit method, no, till that time you cannot store your data. So for that, session dot get transaction dot commit. Once you will do this commit, then and only then that data will be inserted. And finally, you are closing this session. That's it. Right? This many things only you are writing in data.java file. Is this thing is clear? What you are doing over here is, please have this code, finish this, then we will move ahead. finish this. Is it done? Fine. So till this you have implemented, right? Now you can go to this web pages. In that you have index.xhtml, right? XHTML. So once you will go over there, what you need to do is, this is what your index page, right? Just the starting page. In that H body, you are creating one form here. In this form, you are writing H colon command button. Value is equals to add the student. Once you will click on this add student, it will directly call this add student method. That add student method we are already having in this data.java file, right? Add student method. So that is why they will add this student, right? And so on. Okay. So this is what expected, right? And then the session will be opened and the data will be inserted into it and so, right? So this is what our task to do. So once we will go to this index.html and we will run this file, right? Somehow, I mean, one of the error is there, but let's see what I can do in that. So we have this add student. Once we'll go, no, this is what the problem is occurring. Data resolved to null. So that I'll see, I mean, what I can do in that. But this is only the way that how to do this Hibernate programming, right? So this is what I'm deleting now. It's HB demo. Fine. One more time, let's try with this clean and build. So some of the file missing, maybe they are saying. So let's download it. If that is the case. If that is the problem, let us see again. But there are so many things are there in library already, right? This CSS, MySQL also I have added, right? Attribute file also I have added, and so many things are already there. Let's see, and then see what is the problem. You can go to properties, right? Libraries, add jar. So recently we have downloaded. There it is. It's not showing in the folder. Yeah, there it is. So let's do it again. Properties, libraries, add jar. So you have this Hibernate core, right? Open it. Okay. Again, we will have this clean and build, right? If still something is missing, they will show us. We will add it, right? See what is the problem now. We have already have this, right? And also idea showing this. It's already there. This is only the thing, right? Target unreachable. Result. There are so many errors like that, and I searched for it. So many questions related to that. Gone through it, but and in that one of the solution, they are saying that you can have here this and this data to this at the rate you can specify name equals to that data, right? But they are not allowing me, right? The problem. Hmm. So next time I'll show you this. I will short it out. No worries, right? So you can try by your own. Maybe it's working with you and not working with me. That is only the problem then, right? And then there's the Spring and JSF is remaining one. So what I'm planning to do is you will be having the lab with B batch. I mean, if this is the B, okay, with the A batch students, right? On Friday. Sorry, on Thursday. Right. So on the date on the 23rd, right? Because at that time you will be having reverse engineering lab, so you will be free, right? So you will join to me on that date, right? And we will be able to finish this also, right? Because one, the main thing is that you have to use the step-led this templates for database and the transaction, right? This is what all about study and implement. This is what the theory thing that what you have already done, right? The main thing is like this insert and update and so, right? So this is what all about the Hibernate. I hope you understand how to create it at least. Say at least yes or no now. Right? Only one is answering, nobody else. Okay. What revision? We have already done this, dear. What we need to do is you can refer this video again, right? What you need to do step by step, mapping part of it. On mapping, what you need to do again, just go to this Hibernate demo, new, in that other, you need to select here Hibernate, right? Once you will select that, you need to select this Hibernate mapping wizard. Once you will go to next, they will ask you the file name, file next. Here you need to give a class mapping. So to which class you want to map, where your code is already there for this getter setter, right? So that class name you need to give over here. Suppose in my case it is students.java. So I'll give students here and the database table to which you want to link, right? That you need to give and you can just finish it, right? Fine. Is it clear, Eva? Mapping part. Okay. Fine. So that's all for today, right? In the on the Thursday, we will finish this Spring and this JSF. Okay, validation tags and all are there. That will finish. No, I cannot finish it. I mean, I cannot extend that thing, right? You are not able to finish, that is fine. But okay, just write your numbers. Yeah, I'll give the reason, right, Mine? I'll give the reason. Okay, you can just write your numbers here. So I can stop my recording. You just stay here. You all may write your numbers very quickly. I'm about to end the session, right? Please write down the numbers. Eva, David, Gloria, Norm, Tyson, me. Okay. Matheus, you were not there, right? Throughout the lab.